Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, it's Greg here again. I've got an unboxing to do. This was sent to me by my good friend Al. Expensive, so we're paying for it. There's no question about it. He's getting his full money back, plus postage. With a lovely surprise. See this come out of a... Excuse me. It was really a real nice surprise for him to do it for me. I asked him to get it for me from one of his model shops where he lives, and he kindly did it, and he bought it with his own money. But like I say, his money will be coming back to him very, very shortly. So let's have a start with it. It's the Asuka Easy 8 135 scale US Army M4A3E8 Sherman Thunderbolt. I do have a Thunderbolt kit in Dragon, I think, as well, if I'm not mistaken, but this looks a lot nicer kit. So as you can see, quite expensive. The price there, you can just quite make out that price. It's not a cheap kit at all. So let's have a look around the box. On this side we have some finished models. Let's just focus. There, just want to build model-wise, focusing, that's a bit turned off. And there's the kit number 57700. A lot of it's in Japanese writing. And on this side we have some resin in the kit for the extra armour on the Thunderbolt from Value Gear, and there's decals and a piece of PE as well, so it's got quite a bit in the box. So let's go and have a look inside the box. Excuse me voice if it keeps coming in and out. I'll have to take drinks because with one thing or another, as you well know. Hopefully I'll get better over time. Oh, I'm just going to have a quick drink now before we go any further. I'm drinking gallons and gallons and gallons of stuff, which I have to keep doing. So, what we'll do is we'll go through each sprue like we normally do. I shall find somewhere to put the box, and we'll go through bit by bit. I'll put it on top of there for now, and then we'll go through it all. So I'll just take a sprue out at random. We'll start off with the Value Gear, the resin, extra armour, which is in the kit, which comes with the kit. It isn't separate, it comes with the kit. So let's have a look at what we've got. There we go. Obviously it needs cleaning up, but it's not much to clean up really, it's more flash than anything else. So that's the front cover, the front where the bow machine gun goes. A nice bit of detail on there. It's got a nice, it has got a texture on it as well, so that's quite nice. And then we have, I think these are for the turret. Let me see those. Yeah, for the turret, one each side. There's two there. Thanks for the front plate for the glacis plate as well. Nice reasoned bolt details again. And I presume these are the side armour, which is just blank pieces of steel, whichever it was, kind of metal. There's two of those for each side. So that's the, there's one more piece in here as well, which I didn't see. We've got a box of some description and looks like a pindle for a machine gun. I'm not too sure, but we'll find out. Right, let's have a look in here now. Let's see what we've got. Let's see what it says about it in here. Does it say anything? No, it doesn't give you any instructions or anything, so I'll have to work that one out myself, which hopefully shouldn't be too difficult. So let's pop these back in here because I don't want to lose any of these. And I'll put them in the lid now. Right, first sprue. You have Tamiya-esque with the staples, so be careful. Oh, come on. What fingers and thumbs. 2 screws in here which are they identical? Yeah, let's see how. They're identical screws. This is C screw. Little bits and pieces, some spare track links. Looks like a seat for the commander, I would say, or something or other, the extinguisher. And knowing the kit, I think they have periscopes, clear periscopes and clear lights as well. And the lights and everything are on there, if we can see that. So you'll have to excuse the shaky hands. Hopefully that'll go away with time. Well, I hope it does. And the lights, headguard lights, they're quite thin, but I think there's PE for them as well. There's the track links again, and there's the fire extinguisher in the top hand corner. And the periscopes there, but I'm sure they've got clear periscopes in this bag, in the box, almost positive. We'll see as we get along. So that's the first sprue. Nice start. I wouldn't expect to find anything wrong with an expensive kit like this. But there'll be something, more than likely. Only downfall with this is 2-piece barrel, but it's easy clean up for this. Plus I think I may have an easy 8 barrel somewhere. So, 2 different kinds of for the transmission cover, the bolts. Nice bit of texture on the mantlet. So we have, it's got nice, see the detail, the cast detail on the transmission cover. And we have a couple of separate different kind of bolts, must be a different variation of each. A couple of small bits and pieces. Hatch covers, sorry, hatches. 2 sure them small parts are. There's another hatch there. And there's the bits and pieces at the top. Looks like the pistol port or ejection, the shells port there. Excuse me, the hatch there, the part of the mantlet. The texture is quite nice on that. Looks in scale. Yeah, like I say, it's a shame it's a 2-piece barrel, but it's not a big deal to clean that, really. We're all good enough to take them out, to take all the seams out. Right, next one. We must have a bit of the engine deck. Yeah, part of the engine deck. There again, nicely moulded, no flash, no stupid sink marks where there shouldn't be, apart from on the back where you're not going to see them. Excuse me, just have to wipe them out. That's my toilet roll on. That's better. Yeah, so we have engine deck details and the engine covers. There's a really nice detail again on these. There's the engine cover, the engine deck covers, the hatches, part of the engine deck. Not sure, I think that's a part of the deflector shield for the, yeah, part of it for the deflector at the back. Nice detail. I say there's pin marks all on the back where you're not going to see, so that's really nice. There's the exhausts. And they're I've got a hole in the end. Maybe could take it slightly deeper, but it may be difficult, might ruin the what's there, so I think I'll just leave it. Can't really see the exhaust on the Sherman, to be perfectly honest. As long as a good reputation of the part, I'm quite happy. Right, we have the turret. Let's have a look what we've got in here. And again, lovely cast texture again with the cast numbers actually on there as well. That's part of the what's that for? The 2 sheet must be part of the the turret. There's a little touch of flash just around that circular where my fingers are. You see just a little wisp there. That's all. See the detail on the turret, and same again. It's all around it, and it's on the bottom as well. I don't know if there's a seam line or a weld line or is that a weld line on there? I don't know, I can't quite make that out, but I shall see when I get to building it. It's quite easy, well it's not easy, but it's fairly easy to put weld seams on. This we stretch through. There's plenty of other different ways, there's transfers, everything else, but I did it on my last Sherman build, the Jumbo, and it was the first time that I actually did it, and it worked out really well, so I'll be doing it again if it needs to be done. Right, so we have the upper deck and sponsons. There again, nice cast texture, nice casting number. Yeah, risen weld seams, which is correct I think for the Sherman. I know the one's sunken, I don't think. Really nice detail. Again, we have a cupboard obviously, so these will have to be all cut off because we have an extra cut. Sorry, these will all have to be cut off obviously when you're putting the resin pieces on. But like I say, you can see the cast number and the texture and the little bolts all the way around the turret ring. Really quite nice that. And there's the sponsons. So there's some kind of texture on that. I don't know what it is. It's maybe, I think it could be the release agent. I'm not too sure, but quite nice again. See what I mean? With my finger running across. Like this one. I don't know. I really don't know what it is, but we'll see. But nice again. Really nice. Really nice. There's plenty of plastic, all individual little sprues as well, some of them. So I think this is a 50 cal, and here are the bits and pieces there with it. Yeah, we have the 50 cal and 3 different type of barrels. We have an ammunition belt. The actual sleeve is hollow. The problem is I'll have to hollow the end of the to put this gun in, I suppose I have to hollow the end out. There again, lovely detail. You can see the 50 cal area. There we go. Nice detail on that 50 cal, you can see that. I'll hollow it out. And there again we have a few different barrels. And there's the, you can't quite make it out, can you? On the side there is the ammunition as well. It's a nice touch. And then on here we have, excuse me, more ammunition boxes. And we have the pintle mant and whatever else is there, and the bracket for the fixing of the 50 cal onto the pintle. There again, all nicely moulded, nicely detailed. No ugly seam lines, well there's seam lines but not massive seam lines on things. So it's quite nice. Really nice. So let's pop this one back. They're all individually bagged. I wish Mini Art would do this, individually bagged things instead of just one massive bag. That's the only downfall with the Mini Art kits, is their packing. Right, and this one is the idler and the sprockets and the return rollers. 2 screws are there, so we'll just get the one out, or if we can. They're both coming out anyhow. Real nice detail, really nice. Task texture on the transmission cover. Really nicely detailed, if you can make it out. Even the return rollers, the idler. You can see the texture, if you can get the texture to show you on the, can't make it out there, there's a little bit on the transmission cover as well. There, I can see it now. Again, no flash on this one. And the actual only problem is the dreaded sprockets, where they usually put them onto the end of the thing that's the inside, which makes it a bit difficult to clean, but it's not a big problem, just makes it a bit more difficult to clean them up. So, but you can't really grumble at things like that. We need to model things, and we don't want things just to fall into place and whatever. We have to work at these things to get them right, don't we? All experience. Let's get some of these little bits out again. Some of them I don't have to get out as polycaps there, and they're just jerry cans. Them ones in there, jerry cans with their lids and their thing, which are quite nicely detailed though. And there's no flash, but there's no point in getting them ones out. We'll put them down there, and this is where we have the clear parts and a cupola, two cupolas, because you can put it onto two clear pieces. Clear cupola, so you can mask them off and paint it. That's no problem. And notice all the periscopes and the headlights on there as well. And some more periscopes and some more headlights. There's in rear and front, rear and back. That's just extra ones. And there we have just the same sprue again with the cupola and periscopes, but just in plastic. So I know which one I'll be using. I'll be using the clear ones. As you've got a nice choice. Right, another bag with these are the bogies and the wheels. Again, there's two sprues, identical sprues. In fact, there's three sprues, not two, three. Let's have a look. Yeah. Nice detail again. The wheels. And part of the bogies. There's some all part of the bogie system on here. It goes that way, doesn't it? Yeah, you're not going to see them, so that's good. I was going to see them pinholes, their pin marks there, but I'm not too sure. Yeah, they're in a bad place. I'll check that out later on. Just you can see them on that bracket there. Let's just swing back a little bit. See them two pin marks on that bracket where my finger is, here. There's two little pin marks, one each side. We'll get to that and we'll see what it is. There isn't all the sunk. I don't know if they have been, I really don't know. They're like I've got they're separated in the middle like a screw. Maybe they are. Maybe that's what they are. But the details on the wheels are really nice. That's the front side and on the rear as well. All nicely done. Obviously there's more wheels on the E8 than the normal Sherman. The different suspension. PBS and HVBS, whatever it is, I can never remember. But yeah, instead of having two wheels per bogie, there's four wheels per bogie on an E8. Different suspension system altogether. Right. Looks like there's hatches, some more spare track. 30 cars, maybe one's for the bow machine gun. Again, nicely detailed. Again, another transmission bolt section. Really some really fine parts there. Some more, a touch of flash on them, but nothing that a file wouldn't whisk over. Got the end of the gun cleaning barrel. Let's bring you in and see. There's hatches. The hatches there, and I think that must be the loaders or gunner's hatch, that one. There's a texture on them. Yeah, there is a little bit of texture on them. Any inside in that? Yeah, there's a bit of inside, but there's a couple of pin marks, but that won't be too bad to get out. If you want to have it open or closed, entirely up to yourselves. And there's the idler mount for the idler wheel, and my fingers out there. Again, nice detail at front of the muck guards, and that again, lovely detail again, really nice. A few Pioneer tools, spade, and I think that's the oh, I can't remember what it's called now. It's gone away from my mind. That's the cover for the pistol port or the ejection of the shells. And that's got detail on. Obviously, it's got a bit of cast texture on there as well. Yeah, that's really nice. There's 30 decals of both got holes in. Back it out. Maybe come back a bit. They're not slide molded, but they've got a hole in the end. I think that part there where I got my finger now, this goes around the bout machine gun, if I'm not mistaken. When we get to the deck, when we get to the instructions, we'll find out, won't we? There again, nice details on there again. Nice crisp moulding. Let's have a little sprue out the way. What have we got here? More hatches and I need to get this one out. More hatches and sort of fenders where it goes along the side of the tank there. I'll take them out there as well. In for a penny, in for a pound, as I say. If I can get into the bloody thing. Thank you, Nick. Oh well. Yeah, some more idler wheel connections, more hatches, just little springs. The springs are nicely detailed for them. There's a little fine detail on them springs. Just seeing where my finger is there. Just there. Them ones there. There's two of them, one above it and one below. There again, nicely detailed again. Another book guard. There's some more small delicate pieces on there, isn't there? Really nice handle. But a nice the gates where they fasten to are really quite fine as well. So it shouldn't be too bad in getting them off. There's only one way to find out, isn't there? When we build it, there's a floater there, as I call them. Alright, book guard. This one we have the stand for a 50 cal, the tripod. And I think some more. There's two sprays in here. We have the that's the tripod for the 50 cal. It's quite nice again. And then we have, I think these are for the 30 cal. Yeah, there's another 30 cal here as well. Nicely detailed again. There, there's the barrel. I don't know if it's featured on the top. I think there's a 30 cal as well on top of the, as well as the 50. Everything's there. So nicely moulded again. So there's no flash. Also, there's a little touch on that bracket there, but it's not worth mentioning. Really nice. Really, really nice. Let's get these away. I'm trying to shake a little bit here. And we have the tracks, the dreaded tracks. And let's take one out of here and let's see what we've got. If there's any pin marks or anything like that, or injection marks or any naughties. All the same sprues. And the pads, and then we have the outside. If the no injection marks, and the guide arms are actually on there as well, which is good. I don't think these, I know there's injection marks, but I don't think we will see them because they're clamped together. See the injection marks, but I don't think you'll be able to see them because I think these are sandwiched together, those two. So the track link is on the ends. Yeah, so you're not going to see them. They're quite nice, so nicely detailed on the sprue. So we're going to really quite a task, but I don't mind. As long as I can sit down and do something, I'll be fine. Right. Got some more decals. I thought there was none left. Right. So we have here, it's not a bathtub. It's obviously a built up one. Should be fairly simple to build. That's on the inside, and that's the outside. We have a firewall there. That must be the engine deck, the rear engine deck, or the rear of the tank, and there's the bottom with the few hatches and the escape hatch there. Nothing much to talk about really on there. Fairly straightforward. Got a little bit of detail, nice rivets around the edges of the and there where we film is just at the top here. A little bit of rivet detail, or bolt detail I should say, and again on the bottom as well there's plenty of bolt detail. Right, so that's the last of the plastic. There's quite a bit of plastic. Right, we have the decals and the P. I'm not going to get these out. I thought it was a resealable bag, but it's not. So P is pretty normal. I've got the light guards and the covers for the periscopes, like periscope guards. Not too sure what the rest are. And the decals, it's got this, make it out of Asuka's own. It's got Thunderbolt and stars and obviously engine numbers. One thing and another. That's only the one version, isn't it, I think? Yeah. Purchased. Right, so let's go to the instructions. On we have two. Right. So we have a separate, there's no colour call out, but we have markings. It's anywhere to put the markings. Just telling where the markings go. It's fairly straightforward. And then we have the assembly of the M19 and 19A machine gun. You can have it either open or closed for the sights. Ah, right, I'll see what these parts are for now. Using that resin kit, cut off the resin parts, cut along the line. Okay. Right, just a resin ammunition box basically. Giving you the 30 cal, see that? This is just a bit of English in there. And on the back again we have some for the 50 cal for the M2 machine gun assembly, which is quite nice. Which is really quite nice. Quite a lot to it, but I've been told that one of these Asukas is probably one of the best 50 cals you can get. So, they look good. So that's the instructions for the 50 cal and 30 cal and the bits and pieces. And where do we start here? There we go, that's on the back. Is what we would call the back. For the track assembly, starting off with the track assembly number 1. Yeah, I'm right, you sandwich them together. Yeah, so you won't see them marks. You can see at the top there. Bring it in. See them at the top. There we go. So you're going to see them. And then we start off with the sprockets and the idler wheel. And start off with the transmission cover. and bolts along the top, and there's a bit of thing there where it says front view for the transmission cover, so you know what the toe eyes are going to go into. And then we start off to build the tub. It's fairly straightforward, and then we start off with the rear deck with the idler wheel and some bits and bobs there. That's all on the track. Turn idler base M12 to adjust the tension on the track, so you can adjust the tension on the tracks, which is nice. Quite nicely detailed, and the actual reading of it tells you do not cement and install number 14 from the bottom. So this has got a bit of English, which is quite good for a Asuka reading. There's many Asuka written on the start here. The rest of it's fairly straightforward again, you know, with the bogies and typical Sherman build. Number 11, we start on a rear engine deck. Yeah, again, all the little side parts telling you what's what and where they go, which is nice, which is really nice. And then we Pioneer tools, which I wouldn't put on at that time anyhow. And there's a side view of what it should look like once it's on, which is really nice. That's where they're going to go to, which I won't be putting on at that time anyhow. And then it's part of the bogies and the putting the track on. I'll put the bogies on. I won't put them on, glue them. I'll leave them off for now. The same as the track. A lot of Japanese writing there, but there is English in there. Can you install A1 from the rear of bogies? Allow cement to dry. Okay. We've got here helpful tips to working with resin parts. I was starting with the resin. Obviously, it tells you to wash them and this, that, and the other. And there's the parts there. And obviously, that's for the Where are we going to here? Where we are? It's 13, that's 14. All in different pieces. It's confusing. Then we've got the upper deck, and then sorry, on this one, aren't we? Upper deck, and then there's little pieces for the side part, the muck guard, showing you where the resin parts go, on the side of the tank there. And then more of the engine deck, building this passage off at the back. That's straightforward. That's number 15. A bit confusing this, but there we go. Assembly of the gun. Which is a shame it's two-piece, and the two-piece muzzle brake, which makes it a bit more difficult to get the seam line out, but we'll give it a go. And then we have, see on the Sherman, it's giving you the very end of the barrel, where my thumb is there, leaving it silver for the recoil, which is, I like that idea. I presume that's lifelike. I've never done it on any of my kits, so something to look into actually. Another build, should they be have a, where the paint's wore off obviously with the recoil. And then we're starting off with the turret, very straightforward again. And we've got the hatches and the 50 cal to go on if you want to put it on at that time, and giving you directions for the for detailing. Use all 3 brass wire for handle. There's no handles, so you have to make your own handles, which is no problem. That's for the presume it's the, that's one of the hatches, must be on the turret in the bottom there. So that's 19, 18, 19, there's 19, and 19 is here. Putting some bits and bobs on the turret, and there's some more directions on there telling you about, I'll just give you a side view of where you put them parts on the turret, which is nice. And then we put the turret to the base, and there we go. That's part of resin there on the front with the bolts, and there's a little bit of there with the cherry cans. So, bit of a topsy-turvy instruction sheet, but I'm sure we'll cope. Let's see where we are. God knows. I'll put it all back together. Never topsy-turvy. You start at that part on the front where there's no, you would have thought it would have been on there, wouldn't you? And there's a sprue case on the sprue map, sorry, on there. Obviously the usual what to use and what not to do. So generally speaking, I think it's a lovely kit. It will take a while to be built up to a nice Sherman eventually, but that won't be built until I'm, you know, get myself properly mended, as they say. I'm after really sore at the moment with having this exposed jawbone, so it's really struggling for me to eat. But I'm drinking a lot just to so I don't dehydrate. I think that's about it, really. I'll let you know on my next update. I'm going to start building the. I've been in the care for 4 days, just haven't felt like it. So I'm going to make a start on the little Panzer 1 for the KV1 diorama. I'm going to make a start on that probably today or tomorrow. I shall see. So I'd like to thank you all again for your patience with me, and all the subscribers that I've taken recently. It's unbelievable. Even when I've been ill, I've had subscribers. So I must be doing something right. I'm going in the right direction. So thank you all once again for your kind messages. I will reply to all the messages on the last video. I'll probably do that tonight. So once again, thank you very much for the kind messages and thoughts. I do appreciate them. So this is Greg signing off, and we'll catch you very, very soon.